Hi friends, welcome back to Fun Learning, where here we are continuing with our squaring segment where we are going to teach you how to quickly calculate squares of numbers without using a calculator but yet accomplishing the answer in just a few steps. Well, we have done with the numbers 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. But now let's look at calculating squares for numbers ending in 1. So let's get started. So here we look at squaring numbers ending in 1. Let's take a number for example to start off this exercise. So let's take 21 square, which is equal to 21 times 21. So let's find out how much this equates to using our method. So let's bring 21 to the spotlight and understand which numbers come before and after 21. So that is 20 and 22. So these are the two numbers that are around 21. Now there are two steps which we need to execute to reach this answer. But before that, let's first name 21 to be n so that we can reference it in our formula. So in step 1, what is needed to do is we need to find the nearest tens to 21. That is, we need to do n minus 1, which gives us 20. So we need to do 21 minus 1, which is equal to 20, and then square it. This is equal to 20 times 20. Well, to compute the square, first look at the two zeros and add the two zeros in the end, and then 2 times 2, that is multiply the tens place together, which is equal to 4. So the answer in step 1 is 400. Now let's go to the second part, which is step 2. Now step 2 needs us to add the nearest 10 and 21 together. That is n plus n minus 1, which is equal to 21 plus 20. That is equal to 41. And now we need to add the answers of step 1 and step 2 together, which will give us 400 plus 41, that is equal to 441, which is the square of 21. You can try this answer on the calculator and verify this. Let's try another example of the squaring of numbers ending in 1, and this time we'll consider a slightly bigger number, 61 square. Slightly bigger number, that is 61, and let's find 61 square, which is equal to 61 times 1. So let's find out what this is. Now let's bring 61 to spotlight and let's plot the numbers that are before and after 61. So we get the numbers and we know that the nearest 10 is 60 in case of 61. Now let's call 61 as n so that we can reference it in our formula. And now we need to complete the two steps to get the answer. So our step 1 needs us to go to the nearest 10. And how we can do that? By n minus 1 and then squaring it, which is equal to 61 minus 1, that is 60, and square the same. Now how you find 60 times 60 is consider the two zeros and keep it aside and then multiply 6 by 6, that is equal to 36. So this is our answer for step 1. Now let's look at step 2, which needs us to add 61 and its nearest 10, which is indicated as n plus n minus 1, which is 61 plus 60. That gives us 121. And now we need to add the answers of step 1 and step 2 together, which will give us 3600 plus 121, which is 3721, and that is the square of 61. Isn't this quick? Check it with the calculator and you will get the right answer. Now let's look at yet another bigger number that is ending in 1. So now we have taken 151 square, which is equal to 151 times 151. Let's see what that answer is. So let's bring 151 to spot and let's write the numbers that are before and after 151. So we get the nearest 10 to 151, which is 150. So let's call 151 as n, which will help us in our formulation. Now as discussed, we need to solve two steps to come to the answer. So following our lead, the step 1 needs us to go to the nearest 10 of 151, which is n minus 1, and then square it. 151 minus 1, that is 150 square. That is equal to 150 times 150. And the answer to this is, consider the zeros in ones place and write the 2 zeros in your answer. Then consider the tens place number, that is 15. So 15 times 15 is 225. So our step 1 answer is 22,500. And this we need to add to the answer that we get in step 2, where we need to add 151 and its nearest 10, that is n plus n minus 1, which is equal to 151 plus 150, that is equal to 301. And now let's add them together and we get 2500 plus 301, which is equal to 22,801, which is the square of 151. Why don't you try this on calculator and see, we just computed it so fast. So that's how you calculate the squares for numbers ending in 1. Remember this tip. So I hope you liked this session. Please do like and subscribe to this channel and do write into us at funlearningcoach@gmail.com with your suggestions. Till we meet again, take care.